the whole thing. 3 babies was injured walking with their mom in a wagon.
This morning, new looks at the damage and the devastation at a home explosion on Gammon Road. Josh?
Roads are back open this morning in the aftermath of that explosion and collapse. We're live with a first look at the damage this morning.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to News 3 Now this morning. I'm Chris Stanford alongside Leah Linscheid. We'll get to your first warn weather in just a moment. First, a developing story this morning of that condo collapse on Gammon Road. Here's some drone video from the scene. As you can see, firefighters yesterday trying to figure out, getting their first looks at some of the damage and to figure out exactly what happened here.
Yeah, a major part of that building unlivable. You can see by the damage. The investigation into the cause will now begin as the residents out of their homes figure out their next steps. Josh Sprider is live from the scene with the...
Good morning, guys. Yeah, we're live here on Gammon Road, just south of Schrader Road, where you can see police do remain on the scene at this hour as that investigation is now entering its 12th hour here along Gammon Road. Here's our first look at the damage this morning as the sun starts to come up, and it is something crazy to see. Again, this is right off of Gammon Road. The call came in just before 6 o'clock last night, right as our 6 p.m. news was going on the air, and it took crews only 4 minutes to get here. Luckily enough, the fire station is just down the road from this scene, and they were able to get those folks out of here. We do know 4 people are injured. 1 of those was taken to the hospital. 3 of them were self-reporting their injuries. Nobody was killed. 1 person was trapped, but they were able to save them. Remarkably, again, only 4 people injured here in this collapse. We will be following this investigation, which is continuing at this hour, and bring you any live updates as they come in. But again, Gammon Road is back open this morning, just in time for the morning commute. Chris and Leah.
All right, thanks, Josh. And a reminder, if you're going through that area, don't slow down, don't gawk. It's just going to snarl up the morning commute. At least 6 of those units in that area are displaced this morning. We are waiting to hear whether the Red Cross is going to step in to make sure everyone has housing.
Meanwhile, residents as far away as Elver Park, several blocks away, could feel last night's explosion. Folks further away could hear it. We spoke to one woman who said the whole thing smelled like gas. She says she saw a person covered in blood and glass shards being taken to the hospital.
3 babies was injured walking with their mom in a wagon, and the house blew up. I was turning right here. I was getting ready to keep straight, and then I actually had to turn because that's how hard the explosion was.
My front window blew in, and I was like, oh my gosh, there might have been gunfire or something. So I was going to look out my window, and there was a rumbling, and stuff just exploded off of all my walls. My shelves, my knickknacks, everything.
Crews will be back on scene this morning for cleanup. That will take a while. They spent the night working to shore up the condominium. That involves building frames and support structures so they can gain better access inside. Fire Chief Chris Carbon says it's a slow and methodical process. He says he's proud of his crew. They've been doing a phenomenal job putting their own safety at risk.
With any structural scenario such as this, the integrity of the building's at risk. And until we're able to do a thorough assessment, it's an incredibly risky situation to be inside. Our folks assume that risk, but we do it in an educated manner. We do it methodically.
Let's take a look back now at some of the other home explosions that we've experienced here recently in the Madison area. The last one happening just last fall in Oregon. That explosion leveled a duplex in town and caused upwards of $2 million damage. No one was hurt. We'll continue to push out updates on the explosion today through the News 3 Now mobile app. You can follow along with the latest details as they come in. Download the News 3 Now mobile app wherever you get your apps.
It is 6:03 now. Let's send it over to Kelly Slifka with your first warn weather and a quiet day on tap. Kelly.
Yeah, beautiful start to the morning. You can just see a few high, thin, wispy clouds on the horizon as we're looking here from our studios here on our sky cam. Going to be a beautiful afternoon. I know it's a little chilly this morning with a light jacket needed, but as we go through the morning hours, probably can shed that jacket. You might want some shorts and short sleeves later today. 47 right now in Madison, 49 in Juneau, Janesville 50, 52 in Monroe. So a little cool this morning, but beautiful sunshine today. Tomorrow may actually be up closer to 80 tomorrow, so feeling like summer. We are looking at some scattered showers to move in for the weekend. Looks like the best chance coming in Friday morning with a front coming in Then isolated chances Friday afternoon, continuing into a Saturday. It looks like, though, the main area of rain will be coming in Mother's Day, unfortunately, on Sunday. And we're going to be on the bad side of it. It's going to be passing to our south, so we're going to be on the cool side of it. So it'll be cool, breezy, and wet by the end of the weekend. Enjoy today. Temperatures in the lower 70s by the noon hour, headed into the upper 70s later today. No problems on the roads. Need those sunglasses, though, with that sunshine throughout the afternoon. Talk more about those rain chances into the weekend, including Mother's Day coming up.
All right, Kelly Slifka, thank you very much. The Greene County Board of Supervisors now designating June as Pride Month. This comes after a 17-14 vote of approval. The meeting room last night already filling up an hour before it was supposed to start, with community members sharing why they were for or against the resolution. It encourages residents to learn about the contributions of LGBTQ people in Greene County and commit to mutual respect and understanding.
The parents of a 9-month-old girl who was found unresponsive at a West Madison home earlier this year before dying have been charged in her death now. Daniel Mallett and Samantha Trum each facing a charge of a felony count of neglecting a child where the consequence was death as a party to a crime. According to the criminal complaint, toxicology testing found multiple drugs, including fentanyl, in the child's system. Officers also found numerous pieces of drug paraphernalia inside the home where the three were living. Trum has a status conference scheduled for later this month, while Mallett is scheduled to appear in court on June 13th.
Healthcare workers are recognizing nurses' work and dedication through the pandemic at the Capitol this week. They discussed some of the trauma yesterday that nurses faced during that time. They pushed for more funding, too, to support those workers and keep them here in Wisconsin. They added that now is a critical time as healthcare in Wisconsin is facing a major staffing shortage.
More resources are urgently needed to address the spiraling crisis of understaffing, trauma, turnover, burnout, and moral injury, all systemic problems which have all been aggravated by the pandemic.
The group is asking Republicans to increase funding to address those issues. Legislators are currently working to write the state's 2-year budget.
More problems for Congressman George Santos. Santos is expected to appear in federal court later today. Prosecutors have filed criminal charges against him. The latest revelation follows a months-long investigation into the New York lawmaker's finances and financial disclosures. While the charges against Santos haven't been made public, the FBI and Justice Department have been investigating Santos's campaign finance irregularities since he took office in January. They're specifically looking into how he raised hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Member of Congress is a liar, a fraud, and a criminal, and he needs to go.
But as you know, with George Santos, I did not put him on any committees. For those like Senator Menendez, who was indicted and went to trial, he was still able to vote, and others. I believe he's a chairman of a committee today. In America, we'll just follow the same pattern we always have.
The charges alone have no effect on Santos' status as a member of Congress. If convicted, though, he could be barred from votes on the House floor. If Santos does not resign, 2/3 of the House would need to vote to expel him.
Former President Trump says he will appeal the decision by a jury finding him liable for sexual battery and defamation. It's in the civil case brought by writer E. Jean Carroll. The jury of 6 men and 3 women awarded Carroll about $2 million for sexual battery, another $3 million for defamation. It took them less than 3 hours of deliberating. The jury did not find Trump liable for rape. Trump slamming the jury's decision on his social media site, Truth Social, maintaining he has no idea who Carroll is.
Now to the latest on the stalemate in Washington over the debt ceiling. President Biden and Congress have yet to strike a deal. They met yesterday in a 60-minute sit-down, but talks fell flat. The White House wants to set up a spending cap. They want it lifted, rather, without restrictions. Meantime, Republicans have already passed a plan to raise the debt ceiling with cuts to some domestic programs.
This is a political game they're trying to play instead of sit down and really negotiate.
By not taking default off the table, Speaker McCarthy is greatly endangering America and making it much harder to make progress on budget negotiations.
Biden and the leaders are scheduled to continue their talks on Friday, but the clock is ticking. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen says if an agreement isn't reached, the U.S. could run out of money as soon as June 1st. If the U.S. does breach on its debt, the country could face an economic collapse and the loss of millions of jobs.
It's 6:09 on your Wednesday. Let's take another live look at the Gammon Road explosion, the damage left behind. Josh is going to have the latest on recovery efforts coming up after this.
Also ahead, we're going to hear from the new head coach of the Madison Capitals, his thoughts on earning the trust of his players.
At Stanton Optical, independent eye doctors are available for eye exams whenever you need one. You should have seen me before I got mine. You're so quiet. Are you mad at me? Book your free same-day eye exam at Stanton Optical today.
We love our pets, but we don't always love their hair, which is why we made Bounce Pet Hair and Lint Guard. With 3 times the pet hair fighting ingredients, just one sheet helps remove pet hair from your clothes. Looking good starts in the dryer with Bounce Pet.
What do you mean the connecting rooms were not confirmed?
Exactly, not confirmed.
We need to be able to see our kids.
Oh, you'll be able to see them.
When you want your kids in a room that's actually connecting, it matters where you stay. Hilton, for the stay.
Spring into action and save on stressless seating at the Century House. Now get $400 off all classic power recliners, signature-based recliners and ottomans, and cross-based recliners and ottomans. And get $400 off most sofas and love seats. Imagine how much you can save building your dream sectional. Shop the Century House, 3420 University Avenue in Madison.
I set a goal to get in better shape,
but working on my feet for hours made me say no to exercise.
Then I discovered good feet supports could reduce the stress to my feet, knees, and back. So now I say yes to walking more, moving more, exercising more. So am I burning fat and getting healthy?
Well, with 9,900 steps today,
that's a yes.
I'm Rachel, and this is my Good Feet story.
Come into a Good Feet store.
Thanks to the Good Feet store. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees and toes. And eyes and cheeks and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees and toes.
Affordable self-care from professional massage therapists and estheticians. It's what we do. Massage Envy, where better begins.
It's easier to manage my chemo side effects since the Grace Supportive Care came to see me. They're taking the time to listen and talk about options for feeling better.
A Grace, caring every step of the way.
At Foster Funeral and Cremation Services, we honor legacies. Let us take care of the arrangement so you can focus on saying goodbye. Veteran-owned and operated. Experience exceptional care and affordable service with Foster Funeral and Cremation Services.
Stanton Optical is the best value in eye care. We did the math, people. For $79, you get all this. That costs over $400 at Lens Crafters, over $200 at Walmart, and over $150 at America's Best. When it comes to value, Stanton Optical is the top bird.
You're watching News 3 Now this morning.
Live on Madison's west side this morning as we're talking about the aftermath now of that condo explosion and collapse. Take a look at the scene here along Gammon Road at this hour, which is back open right now. Crews did open up the road just in time for the morning commute, but now we're getting our first look at the damage this morning as the sun starts to come out. You can see glass and debris scattering the front yards along Gammon Road this morning. Again, we do know 4 people were injured. One seriously, that person was taken to the hospital. 3 other people had minor injuries. They just self-reported those injuries. We do know 6 families are displaced this morning. This entire condo is unlivable at this time. It's unclear right now what's going to happen as that investigation is now in its beginning stages to figure out exactly what led up to that explosion. Again, this all happened around 6 o'clock last night. Crews were here within 4 minutes. Luckily, no one was killed, only those 4 injuries. And again, Gammon Road is back open this morning. We'll have another live update for you coming up at 6:30. Until then, Chris and Leah will send it back to you guys.
Josh Breider, thank you very much. More local news now. There's a new resource at the Dane County Jail to help those being released prepare for what's next. The Paul Rusk Resource Desk is named for the former Dane County Board Supervisor who died in 2020. Rusk played a big part in criminal justice reforms in the county, addressing racial disparities. This new center will offer hygiene products and clothing. It'll also help out with information about local food pantries, homeless services, transportation, and medical and mental health resources.
We want to make sure that we provide the community with as many resources in different parts of the town as possible. So this is just one, right as individuals are leaving the facility. We feel that if we provide the resource right as individuals are being released into the community, that is the increases our success of making sure that they're in contact with the resources that they need.
Officials are still looking for volunteers and donations to help with the desk.
6:14, let's check in with Kelly Slifka now and a look outside. Hey, Kelly.
Yeah, beautiful sunrise coming up this morning. We do have some of these high, thin, wispy cirrus clouds way up there about 25, 30,000 feet. They may filter out the sun, but all in all, just an absolutely gorgeous day. So you know this is going to be a busy place. The Union Terrace on the UW campus with the finals wrapping up, graduation coming in this weekend. Going to be crowded today. Why not? With all that sunshine, temperatures in the 70s, sun not setting until 8:09. The winds will be out of the south at 6 to 12. I was out there yesterday. Lake Mendota was basically glass. Sun will be setting at 8:09. And take a look at this, our umbrella contest winner with this sunset. Obviously a great place to always catch in a sunset. Lynn took this picture over Lake Mendota. So if you would like to have the opportunity of winning an umbrella from just submit your photo to the First Warn at WISC.com or use our First Warn weather app. Send it to us, and you'll have an opportunity to win an umbrella. Well, we got beautiful weather today and tomorrow to get out and enjoy some of this nice weather. Temperatures tomorrow nearing 80. Some showers expected Friday and Saturday, but these are going to be pretty scattered, mainly Friday morning, just isolated Friday afternoon and Saturday. Mother's Day, though, unfortunately, just does not look great. Storm system passing to our south puts us on the bad side of us. That means the cool, wet side of it, it looks like for Sunday. So if you have any plans with Mom, make it indoors. 47 right now in Madison, 49 in Juneau, Janesville at 50, 49 in the Dells, 48 in Lone Rock across Dane County. Probably need a light jacket this morning with readings in the upper 40s to around 50, but you'll be able to quickly shed that jacket as temperatures rise into low 70s by the noon hour and should be topping out in the upper 70s. About 10 degrees warmer than our typical high for this time of the year. So Friday morning, we've got a front that's going to be passing into southern Wisconsin. Looking at some showers, mainly just some light showers passing in. Then I think we'll get a break Friday afternoon. Maybe an isolated shower here and there, but most of the activity is going to stay to our west for Friday and Saturday. Maybe an isolated shower Saturday, but once again, most of the action off to the west into Minnesota and Iowa. As that system gets closer by Sunday morning, we'll start to see that rain spread on in, and with that stiff northeast wind, it's going to keep us cool and kind of wet for Mother's Day. First warm forecast, 77 today, 80 tomorrow. That chance of rain goes up late Thursday night into Friday morning. Isolated shower Friday afternoon and Saturday. Mostly dry for most of the daylight hours. Sunday, though, looks cloudy, wet, and cool. Highs only in the low 60s.
When you think of the NBA's all-defensive first team, Giannis comes to mind. Each of the last 4 seasons, he's made that list. Well, that streak ended on Tuesday when the Bucks' big man was left off of it. Kind of confusing since he posted the best defensive rating in the league this season, right? Well, it appears the Greek Freak thought so, too, when he posted this message to Twitter saying, "I'm tired of the disrespect. I'm coming." Kind of feels like a warning message to the rest of the NBA. Now, he did have a couple of teammates make first-team all-defense. Drew Holiday, who's no stranger to the honor. It's the 5th time in the last 6 years Holiday's been crowned one of the league's top defenders, while Brook Lopez earned his first-team honor. With their backs up against the wall heading into the final weekend of the regular season, Wisconsin softball responded with a sweep over Iowa that has the Badgers feeling pretty good entering the Big Ten tournament. Instead of playing tight, UW is heading to Illinois with momentum on their side and, of course, a whole lot of confidence. And that's just what Yvette Healy was hoping for as her team enters the postseason.
The team's prepared, and I think they feel that way, and they like to have fun. And so teams that enjoy each other and love each other and have worked really hard are just fun to watch in the postseason because they let it all hang out. And so that's what we're going to be looking for from them, and it's how they played this weekend. They were focused, but while they were relaxed and having fun, and you go into the postseason, that's what you want to see.
Joe Thomas throwing out the first pitch at the Brewers game, and the crew could have used the 2023 Pro Football Hall of Fame inductee on the mound in this one. Second pitch of the game, Mookie Betts cashes in with a solo shot over the Wisconsin lottery sign. Brew Crew fall 6-2, the final. It's been a crazy couple of weeks for the new leader of the Madison Capitals, Andy Brandt. On May 1st, he was named the franchise's new head coach and general manager. Then the following day, it was time for the draft. And at the same time, he had to finalize his coaching staff. Now, with all that checked off his list, he's working on building up those relationships with his players so that the Madcaps can get back to their winning ways.
It's important to have some consistency, a consistent voice, and that's something that I'm hoping I can provide over the next couple of years and beyond, hopefully. But again, I think when there is a coaching change, the uncertainty from the players, there has to be a trust factor. And again, that's something that's built over time.
And that's it for Morning Sports. Have a great day.
Thanks, Zach. Coming up next, we'll show you a possible meteorite that came crashing into a New Jersey home.
And coming up in our next half hour, we'll take you back out to the scene of a home explosion in Madison, the latest on those injured and the first steps of the investigation.
And as we head to break, a look at gas prices. We'll be right back.
Call for action only on News 3 Now.
Ashley's lowest prices of the season mattress sale is here. Come see the newest iComfort Echo and receive $200 in sleep cash and 6-year special financing with no money down. Plus guaranteed best offers on Beautyrest, Tempur-Pedic, and Purple mattresses. Only at Ashley.
Do you suffer from chronic or severe back or neck pain? Did you know that there is now a treatment method available right here at Midwest Spine and Nerve Center that offers hope of avoiding spinal surgery for those suffering with bulging, herniated, or degenerative discs? Our therapies help reduce pain related to these conditions and have a high success rate in helping people just like you avoid back or neck surgery.
I've experienced low back pain for over 15 years. I had back surgery when I was 26 and had difficulties recovering. The doctors at Midwest Spine and Nerve Center have given me a new lease on life. I am now able to enjoy an active, pain-free lifestyle.
Call Midwest Spine and Nerve Center now to schedule a no-obligation consultation to see if our progressive pain-relieving therapies are right for you.
We're all trying to save energy. A quality ceiling fan is an appliance that saves energy without sacrificing comfort. They're all on sale at Madison Lighting. With experts to help you choose a fan, you'll save big. Madison Lighting.
Barnes, it's a great company.
I hear people talk a lot about how they enjoy working here. We are Dane County's largest full-service lawn, landscape, tree, and snow removal company and 100% employee-owned.
We're often asked what it means to be an employee owner. It means we share our profits with the people who work at Barnes.
The better we do as employees, the happier our customer is, and the more likely they are to be with us long term.
Join the Barnes team. Apply at barnesincareers.com.
The garage door is America's new front door. So why not look at it in a whole new way? Let Precision's experienced designers come to you. Let us show you the difference a new Precision garage door can make.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
Don't miss your chance to see The Lion King, one of the most awe-inspiring productions ever brought to life on stage.
Coming to Overture Center May 11th through 28th. Tickets on sale now at overture.org.
The local water experts at Culligan can take care of everything but the kitchen sink. Actually, we do that too. Culligan, here for every water worry.
Ashley's lowest prices of the season sale is here. Get sofas as low as $6 per month, 7-piece dining sets as low as $11 per month, and so much more. Plus 6-year special financing and free delivery in as little as 3 days. Only at Ashley.
Welcome back. We always ask you to share your morning. Linda giving us a peek at a young buck, those velvety horns and all.
Yeah, I mean, you can really see the velvet.
That's impressive. It is the time of year where they're, you know, young little fellas.
Very true. Very true. The deer's looking right at the camera, right?
Hello.
Good shot.
Deer in the headlights, I guess.
Right?
Oh.
That's why we call it that, don't we? Okay. Thanks, Linda, for sharing your morning with us. If you want to do the same, just use the hashtag MyNews3Morning when you post on social media. Well, I found this crazy story this morning. A family in New Jersey says a metallic object believed to be a meteorite just came right through the roof of their house and landed on the floor. Check it out. A local news crew went to go see. The owner's daughter showed him this hole in the roof. And at first she says she just thought someone had thrown a rock into the house or something. But take a look at this meteorite here. That's what it was. It's a cool looking rock, huh? It was about a 4 by 6 inch metallic rock. They had to bring in like medical experts and the whole radiology like scanner tests to make sure that, I don't know,
I just
weren't
wonder,
infected by space or whatever.
The conspiracy theorists out there now. Are aliens throwing rocks at us now?
Like little kids.
Yep. I thought that was wild. I see what you did there to the floor, but.
All right. 6:25, over to Kelly Slifka with a look at your first warn weather.
Yeah, beautiful morning. Starting out a little chilly this morning with readings in the 40s, but the sun will be warming us up quickly. It's out in full force right now, 47 in Madison, 50 in Janesville. Winds out of the south. Should be in the low 70s early this afternoon, tapping out in the upper 70s later today, so quite a bit warmer than yesterday. Plan to be outside today with the sunshine and winds light, less than 10 miles an hour. The first warn forecast, 80 tomorrow. Another beautiful day. Do have some morning showers on Friday. Isolated showers Saturday. Better chance of some cool rain, unfortunately, on Mother's Day on Sunday.
Kelly, thank you very much. Let's take one more look out at the condo collapse after an explosion around 6 last night. 4 injured. 6 units displaced here. The road, Gammon Road, back open this morning for your commute. You can see the damage here, though, quite widespread. That entire building unstable. Crews will be back today investigating a cause. They'll be shoring up the condo to make sure it's safe to walk through, figure out exactly what happened here. Coming up, we're going to hear from witnesses. We're going to have a timeline of what exactly happened here, give you a bird's eye view of that damage from the sky. That's when News 3 Now This Morning returns.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Get 11% off your outdoor project at Menards. UltraDeck low-maintenance decking is built to last. Spend more time with family and friends. Or simply soak up some sun with UltraDeck rustic composite decking. It's $195 per lineal foot after rebate. Check out our selection of concrete landscape blocks. From no-cut block projects to retaining walls to edges and patios. We have the block for you. Get 4 smooth patio blocks for just $5 after 11% off.
Save big money at Menards.
DePaco Credit Union empowers your well-being, helps you reach your goals. Because when our members love life, it makes a brighter community for all. DePaco can help you be well.
Low E, also known as low energy, is wreaking havoc on millions.
I can't even pull out the hose.
Thankfully, there's Planet Fitness. Now through May 10th, join Planet Fitness for $1 down, $10 a month, cancel anytime.
It's how you turn your low E into big fitness energy.
Our clean and spacious, judgment-free zone has equipment for every workout to keep you energized all day. Simply join through the free PF app for $1 down, $10 a month. No commitment, cancel anytime. Deal ends Wednesday, May 10th.
Frisky's World, the perfect reminder that life's more fun in the deep end.
Yeah, so never stop exploring. Always keep it real.
And do whatever floats your boat, just like we do.
Feed their fantasy.
Friskies.
Hang on tight, Wisconsin, because fun just got a lot faster. It's Fast Play from the Wisconsin Lottery, an all-new style of lotto games that combine instant wins with the progressive jackpot. Playing is easy at any lottery retailer. Just print, play, and know if you're a winner instantly. The progressive jackpot starts at $10,000 and grows with each ticket sold. The share of the jackpot increases with the price of the ticket. Fast Play is available now, only at Wisconsin Lottery retailers.
This is Matt Gunderson. We recently celebrated the life of Margaret, who never let a cookie jar run empty. Her service was cookie-themed, with everyone enjoying her tasty treats. Allow us to personalize every detail of a life well lived.
Have you ever been challenged, been tried, made a pact with your own limits? Have you been here, there, places no one should go? If you have, then you know that whatever you're capable of, so are we. No wonder Ford SUVs lead in brand loyalty. Now get a new Explorer with 0% APR financing for 36 months plus $1,000 low APR cash. Only at your Wisconsin and UP Ford dealers.
Right now, we're live on Madison's west side with the aftermath of that explosion and collapse of a condo building. A first look at the damage coming up.
There was a rumbling and stuff just exploded off of all my walls.
Continuing coverage of that collapse, we hear from witnesses and learn where crews are at in the cleanup. Good morning, everybody. Thanks for waking up with us. We want to get right to the scene of the explosion this morning. Very much still active today.
Let's get back to Josh Sprider, who's been live all morning for us, giving us new looks at the damage this morning and what crews are going to be focusing on today. Josh.
Good morning, guys. Yeah, crews are now entering their 12th hour of this investigation here along Gammon Road, which you'll notice has reopened just in time for the morning commute, but crews do remain here. That police line tape is still up this morning because this building is unsafe, and this is why. Take a look at the damage this morning. You can see where this explosion happened and that collapse. Debris is scattering the front yard here. We have glass as far as from where we're standing right now. This rocked this neighborhood just before 6 o'clock last night as we were going on the air with our 6 p.m. news. Crews got that call, and luckily they were here in only 4 minutes. That fire station down the road just right here. So luckily they got in there. One person was trapped. They were able to get them out of there. 4 people were injured, one of them seriously, who was taken to the hospital. We do not know their status as of right now, but 3 other people had minor injuries. Again, that investigation now just beginning this morning. They're going to be figuring out what exactly led up to this incident last night, and as soon as we learn more details from those investigators, we will pass that along to you live here, guys, on News 3 Now.
Josh Sprider continuing his live reports this morning. Thank you, Josh. Continuing coverage now, we want to give you a look at exactly where this is on your commute. Take a look at your screen. This is a map. It's on the west side on South Gammon Road and Park Ridge Drive, just down the street from Elver Park. Woodman's a little further down the road here. Residents on the other side of the park say they felt that explosion yesterday. Folks even further away heard it. For the people living there, though, they say it felt like a bomb just went off.
My front window blew in, and I was like, oh my gosh, there might have been gunfire or something. So I was going to look out my window, and there was a rumbling, and stuff just exploded off of all my walls. My shelves, my knickknacks, everything.
Okay, so if you drive past this area, officers want you to keep your regular speed, don't slow down. That part of town gets pretty backed up anyway, so keep it moving if you're driving through there. As for today, crews are going to be back on the scene this morning trying to determine a cause for the explosion. They spent last night trying to shore up as much of the structure as they could to make it safe for a walkthrough.
With any structural scenario such as this, the integrity of the building's at risk. And until we're able to do a thorough assessment, it's an incredibly risky situation to be inside. Our folks assume that risk, but we do it in an educated manner. We do it methodically.
Of course, there's the people living in the condos. 6 units are displaced this morning, and the city is working with those folks to get them through this tough time. No fire reported in this incident. Southern Wisconsin, no stranger to home explosions. The latest one you might remember from last fall happened in Oregon. That explosion leveled a duplex in town and caused upwards of $2 million damage. Miraculously, no one was hurt.
This isn't the first explosion to happen in this west side area either. We dug through the archives to find this photo. This is from the front page of the State Journal in 1983. A duplex here was partially destroyed and 2 people were injured. This was on Hammersley Road near Odana Hills Park, under a mile away from this explosion that we saw yesterday. Now, this case was blamed on methane gas. The area had been built near an old landfill. Of course, this is a story we'll continue to follow up on throughout the day here on News 3 Now and channel3000.com. As we learn more about the cause and what's next for residents, stay tuned on your News 3 Now app. We'll be pushing real-time updates there.
All right, 6:33, checking out with Kelly's looking down. Your first one forecast. Things are going to be warming up pretty quickly today, Kelly.
Yeah, even though it is a little chilly this morning, the sun's been up now for over an hour, and we've got the sun out there, and it's really starting to, it will start to warm up fairly quickly. Just some high, thin cirrus clouds here from our WISC-TV sky cam. Looking at sunshine today. 47 right now in Madison, seasonably cool. 50 in Janesville, 49 in Juneau, and also the Adells, currently 50 right now in Mineral Point. So beautiful today and also tomorrow, plenty of sunshine. And in fact, I think tomorrow might even be a little bit warmer as we get closer to 80. Scattered showers this weekend. Now, it looks like the best opportunity for rain will come in Friday morning, maybe an isolated shower Friday afternoon, also Saturday afternoon, but there will be plenty of dry periods. It's Sunday that's not looking so great. So unfortunately, Mother's Day does not look great. It's gonna be cool, wet, and breezy as well. So take it indoors for Mom's Day. Temperatures in the low 70s here at the noon hour. Southerly winds up there closer to 10 miles per hour. Beautiful afternoon as we head into the upper 70s, about 10 degrees warmer than our typical high for this time of May. Mostly sunny skies. We get up to 77. We'll track those rain chances and see what those temperatures will do going into the upcoming weekend coming up in about 15 minutes.
Kelly Slifka, thank you very much. 6:35 in Prairie du Chien, one person is dead following an industrial accident at a 3M plant. It happened just before 7 yesterday morning. Police say they responded to a victim with severe injuries. That person was ultimately pronounced dead at the scene. OSHA is conducting an investigation now. 3M said in a statement it's sending prayers to the family and the victim.
Dane County Executive Joe Parisi appointing Gloria Reyes as co-deputy director of the Department of Human Services. It comes after the county board rejected Representative Sheila Stubbs' nomination. Reyes, a former Madison police officer, deputy mayor, and mayoral candidate, will serve alongside the interim director. She'll help develop the department's budget for next year and coordinate upcoming projects. Parisi says the recruitment for the director position will resume in the coming weeks. And new this morning, we have a statement from the Dane County chair in response to all this. Patrick Miles says Parisi's announcement came as a surprise. He added that it strikes me as contrary to his statement last week that we need to take a step back for healing and to consider the next steps. He added he hopes that the hire isn't, quote, a thinly veiled attempt to manipulate the process with transparently vetting someone for that position. 6:36, Governor Evers ordering flags to fly at half-staff Friday in honor of St. Croix County Sheriff's Deputy Katie Lasing. Lasing was killed in the line of duty Saturday when she was shot while responding to a report of a drunk driver in a ditch. The suspect in the shooting was later found dead. Services for Lasing are scheduled for Friday in Hudson.
6:36 now. The White House is working with Mexico this morning to determine how to move forward as Title 42 comes to an end at midnight Thursday. The Biden administration is working to finalize a new regulation that would replace Title 42. It would allow for the quick expulsion of migrants apprehended at the border. It would also disqualify migrants from asylum if they fail to request it in another country on their way to the U.S. Violating these rules would result in immediate deportation, a 5-year ban on entering the U.S., and potential criminal prosecution.
Our focus as it relates to managing the border is we're going to do this through enforcement, deterrence, and diplomacy, and that's what you have seen.
This all comes as traffic at the border picks up. Officials say they've apprehended more than 26,000 migrants over a 72-hour period last weekend.
The man killed in a shooting last week outside of the Badger Tavern has been identified. 44-year-old Jason Pritchard of Madison died at the scene of the shooting early Friday morning. A 23-year-old man arrested at the scene in connection with the shooting. A gun was also recovered. Investigators are still trying to figure out what led up to the incident. Officials say that the suspect and the victim didn't know each other, nor was there any kind of altercation leading up to the shooting.
It's just about 6:38 on your Wednesday. Let's take another look at the site of the condo explosion. 4 injured, 6 displaced there. The cause under investigation this morning. We'll continue those live reports every 10 minutes right here on News 3 Now this morning.
And some new guidance coming up for women on when they should start being screened for breast cancer. You're watching News 3 Now this morning. We'll be right back.
This right here is confidence in a bottle.
Not only does it change you on the outside, but something on the inside, knowing that you're looking better.
It makes me feel so much more confident than I've ever felt in my life.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Well, today we're going to see one for ourselves and let you be the judge. It's called Plexiderm, and lifestyle expert Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real, and I'm so excited. We even have a video, and you'll notice the model has bags underneath his eyes and some sagging, and all he uses is a small amount on a clean, dry face, and that's how easy it is.
All right, what's the active ingredient?
Okay, so it's silicates that are minerals found in shale rock, and what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes, and as little as 10 minutes, no prescriptions, and very little effort. Even watching the video, this is a real, it's a model, but it's a real guy with real bags underneath his eyes.
My real true opinion is holy words I can't say on camera. This is absolutely unbelievable. I mean, I could feel it just lifting my skin. It was amazing. It feels good. Feels great. Looks even better.
And I did this to my father. We were at home, so we applied it to his under eye bags, and let me tell you, we were so excited. In under 10 minutes, they visibly disappeared from view, and now it is literally part of both of our daily routines. He calls me every single month saying, "Hey, Annette, I'm out of Plexiderm, please send me more." And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles. The way you want to do it is you want to have a clean, dry face. You use a small amount because it's so powerful. You have high school reunions, you have events you want to go to, you want to look years younger, this is it.
This Mother's Day is the best time to try Plexiderm at our startup price of only $14.95. Your solution is at plexidermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
At Papa Murphy's, we build your pizza with the freshest ingredients. You take it and bake it fresh in your oven.
So technically, I make the pizza.
Right now, get the limited time Taco Grande pizza. Papa Murphy's, change the way you pizza.
Are we still on for 3?
I'm on phone.
When your team needs more space to work and eat.
Carl, is that mackerel?
No, it's a trout.
It matters where you stay.
Fish tacos?
Carl.
Hilton for the stay.
A drug used to control diabetes is now in high demand for weight loss.
It does seem to affect certain pathways in the brain.
Arman Rahman learns the facts and warnings one local doctor says you need to know. The Skinny on Ozempic. Thursday on News 3 Now at 6.
Show us your weather photos, and you could win a First Warn weather umbrella. Send us your weather pics in an email or on the First Warn weather app. We'll select and showcase the winning entries each day on News 3 Now this morning and News 3 Now at 6. Send in your pics to win a First Warn weather umbrella today.
641, we're back with a live look at South Gammon Road this morning, where crews will be back on site to investigate the cause of a condo explosion. The road is back open this morning. It was closed overnight. Madison police are there. They're asking people to keep it moving. Don't stop and gawk at the scene. Don't create any more problems here. Fire crews will be back today to shore up the building and investigate that cause.
641 on the Health Watch this morning. A federal health task force now recommends all women with an average risk of breast cancer start screening at age 40. This is an update to the previous guidance from the same group. In 2016, the group recommended women get mammograms every other year starting at age 50. Again, now it's 40. Groups like the American Cancer Society have already been recommending mammograms for women in their 40s. Workplace stress, tough to handle, of course, at the office, but it can also take a toll on your sleep. Listen to this new study. It found a lack of support from colleagues and bosses can keep you from getting the rest you need. Researchers found that having unhelpful coworkers or a bad boss make it hard to let go of once you're off the clock. Once those things improve, study participants were able to sleep better and get more rest. Experts say you got to find a way to shut off your workday when you go home. Suggestions include deep breathing, muscle relaxing exercises, which can calm both your body and your brain.
You know what's calming? The First Warn weather today. Kelly's got a nice quiet Wednesday on tap.
Yeah, looking like just absolutely gorgeous weather to be outside, enjoying the sunshine, the mild temperatures. All we have are some high, thin, wispy clouds. This is our sky cam from our Queen Bee radio station in Platteville. So a lot of sunshine already. We have it here in Madison as well. 77 is what we're forecasting. The average high now is 67, so we'll be about 10 degrees above that. And we are getting more and more sunshine now. The sun comes up at 5:40. It doesn't set until almost 10 minutes after 8 o'clock. Plenty of sun to go around. Beautiful weather today and tomorrow. In fact, tomorrow we could be talking about temperatures near 80, feeling a little bit more like summer. Now, we do have some rain chances coming our way for the weekend. Looks like a band of some showers will move in primarily Friday morning. That looks like the best chance of seeing rain Friday and Saturday. Otherwise, Friday afternoon and Saturday afternoon, I think they'll be isolated. However, it looks like as the storm system gets closer, passes just to the south of southern Wisconsin, that'll be the wettest day. Cool, wet weather expected for Mother's Day. And with the breeze coming in out of the northeast, that'll keep our temperatures in low 60s. That looks like the worst day, unfortunately, of the next 10. That'll be coming in on Sunday. Meantime, a little chilly this morning, 47 in Madison, 49 in Juneau, 50 in the Dells, across Dane County, 50 in Wanakee, Sun Prairie, 50 in Verona, 47 currently in Middleton. These temperatures will warm quickly with that southerly wind picking up closer to 10 miles per hour. Noon hour already in the low 70s. Plenty of sunshine throughout the afternoon as we get into the mid to upper 70s area wide. Now, what we're watching on Friday, a couple of showers moving in. This is some moisture coming in from the south. The storm system is still way out to the west over the Dakotas. Few showers Friday morning. I think most of Friday afternoon will be dry, maybe an isolated shower, mostly cloudy skies. Saturday, maybe an isolated shower, but once again, most of the activity staying to our west Saturday. It won't be until late Saturday night and Sunday as that storm system tracks across northern Iowa and northern Illinois. That'll bring in more widespread rain, and it will be a cool rain at that going into a Sunday, unfortunately, for Mother's Day. So if you have any plans with Mom, might want to keep it indoors. 77 today. The first warm forecast brings in that 80 tomorrow. Chance of rain late tonight. Looking at chances of some showers, looking at for Friday into the morning hours, maybe an isolated shower in the afternoon and Saturday. Mainly dry periods for Friday and Saturday, but it'll be Sunday that'll be pretty wet and cool, breezy as well, before returning to sunshine and temperatures in the 70s next week.
Okay, let's look at thanks a lot. Well, in Washington this morning, no break from either side in negotiations over the debt ceiling. It comes less than 3 weeks before the U.S. government is expected to run out of money. CBS News' Skylar Henry has the latest from Washington.
President Biden met with the top 4 members of Congress in the Oval Office to discuss how the U.S. will keep paying its bills on time.
America is not a deadbeat nation. We pay our bills.
Republicans, led by House Speaker Kevin McCarthy, have been demanding spending cuts to raise the debt limit.
Everybody in this meeting reiterated the positions they were at. I didn't see any new movement.
Last month, the GOP-controlled House passed a debt ceiling plan that would freeze federal spending at last year's levels, cutting the budget by almost 14%. The administration says those cuts would gut funding for some schools, food aid for seniors, and even health care for veterans.
All of that would hurt Americans and leave folks behind.
With the clock ticking, the Biden administration has discussed invoking the 14th Amendment. It contains a clause that allows for public debt, which could allow the government to continue paying its bills after June 1st. Treasury Secretary Janet Yellen was asked about using the 14th Amendment over the weekend.
We should not get to the point where we need to consider whether the president can go on issuing debt. This would be a constitutional crisis.
Failure to raise the debt ceiling could mean a partial government shutdown and furloughs. That has the National Association of Government Employees suing Yellen and President Biden, arguing the debt limit law itself is unconstitutional. Skylar Henry, CBS News, Washington.
During his remarks, President Biden said that he'll meet with McCarthy again on Friday to further discuss the debt ceiling.
6:47 on your Wednesday. Coming up in the morning sprint, another look at the damage at the site of a condo explosion in Madison.
And we want to say happy birthday to Dom and Angel and all the kiddos turning 3 today. Happy birthday, kiddos. We'll be right back.
Sponsored by Three Bears Resort, Indoor Water Park and Conference Center in Warrens, Wisconsin.
Could I get the Galley Buster burger? Onions, caramelized. But actually, could I get those raw? Olive. You want the best burger of your life? Gotta be Superior.
This is the all-new Tempur-Pedic Breeze mattress, and it's designed to help you feel cool. So no more sweating all night, no kicking off the covers, or blasting the air conditioning. Because only the Tempur-Pedic Breeze is made with our one-of-a-kind cooling technology that pulls heat away from your body, so the mattress feels up to 10 degrees cooler all night long.
Save up to $500 on select Tempur-Pedic adjustable mattress sets. And get a $300 gift. Denver Mattress, the easiest way to get the right Tempur-Pedic.
Head, shoulders, knees, and toes. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees and toes. And eyes and cheeks and mouth and nose. Head, shoulders, knees, and toes, knees and toes.
Affordable
full self-care from professional massage therapists and estheticians. It's what we do. Massage Envy, where better begins.
Imagine life without that awful joint pain in your knees, hips, shoulders, and back. Now there's an amazing non-invasive medical option available here. Regenerative treatments at QC Kinetics. No surgery, no steroids. A natural solution that helps restore damaged tissue in your joints with long-lasting results. Don't spend one more day in pain. Call QC Kinetics for a free consultation. Learn more about these non-surgical procedures at QC Kinetics.
When you take me by the hand, I feel better again. Oh, I feel better now.
Very loud. It sounds like a bull running through a china shop. I don't know what else to say.
People don't realize how nice a door can run until they get it serviced. It's whisper quiet. Your neighbors will thank you.
Precision Door Service, a name you can trust.
At Lawton Cates, your life counts is more than just a slogan. It means we're committed to seeking justice for those injured by someone else's negligence. It means standing up to the insurance company, helping you with your medical bills, and getting you fully compensated for lost time at work. Have questions? When you contact Lawton Cates, there's no charge for our initial consultation, and there's never a fee until we deliver the results you deserve. At Lawton Cates, your life counts. Call today.
Shop the Brothers Maine Memorial Day sale now.
6:50, time for the morning sprint.
Our team coverage of the condo explosion continues. Josh Sprider is on the scene with the first look at the damage. Josh.
Good morning, guys. As the sun comes up this morning, we're getting a better look at the damage here along Gammon Road following that condo explosion and collapse. Take a look at this. This is right along Gammon Road, just south of Schrader Road here. We can see that damage this morning. It all happened around 6 o'clock last night. Took crews 4 minutes to get here. 4 people were injured, one of them taken to the hospital with serious injuries, but remarkably, no one was killed in this incident. Now the investigation begins into what led up to this incident, but at this hour, Gammon Road is back open just in time for the morning commute.
Josh, thank you. If you're wondering where exactly this condo is, take a look at a map of the location now. This is at the corner of South Gammon Road and Park Ridge Drive. Woodman's down the street in one direction, Elver Park down on the other. Residents as far away as the other side of that park felt the explosion yesterday. Folks even farther away heard it.
Here's another perspective from up above of all the damage. This is drone video of what's left of that condo. This morning, 6 units are unlivable. Crews say one person was trapped initially. They had to be rescued from one of the building's decks. And then last night, crews did an initial walkthrough of the building as access would allow. They're going to be back on scene today to start investigating the cause.
Stay with News 3 Now online and on air today as we learn more about this explosion and what's next for the residents out of their homes this morning.
The Dane County Executive appointing former mayoral candidate Gloria Reyes as the co-deputy director of the county's Department of Human Services. Reyes will serve alongside the interim director and help develop the department's budget for next year. Dane County Chair Patrick Miles says the decision came as a surprise to him.
Greene County will officially mark June as Pride Month after a community vote last night. Board members voted 17-14 in favor of the move in front of a packed room last night. The resolution encourages residents to reflect on ways they can live and work together with the LGBTQ community.
A lot of school districts are celebrating National Teacher Appreciation Week, and some companies are offering up some deals. Freebies like a free sandwich at Firehouse Subs, Insomnia Cookies, serving complimentary cookies to teachers too. And how about this? Norwegian Cruise Lines is accepting nominations right now for up to 20 educators to receive a week-long cruise.
A Racine woman is still missing this morning after 7 weeks of searching. Police now asking for more help. 46-year-old Lashaki Hill had planned to spend her birthday with her family but never showed up. Officers say they've searched in waterways, abandoned buildings, and other locations with no luck. The Racine deputy chief says if there is even a minuscule detail, people should come forward with it.
Prosecutors accusing FTX owner Sam Bankman-Fried of stealing customer deposits from the bankrupt crypto exchange to finance risky bets at his hedge fund and to funnel contributions to American politicians. His defense attorneys are arguing The U.S. government's failed to properly explain what offenses Bankman-Fried has committed.
Senator Dianne Feinstein returning to Washington this morning. She's been out since February with shingles. The 89-year-old lawmaker is under pressure to return to the Senate. Some of her fellow Democrats have even suggested she resign. Feinstein has already announced she won't run for re-election next year.
After 7 days of trial, the verdict's in for writer E. Jean Carroll, her civil battery and defamation lawsuit against former President Donald Trump, who's running for office again in 2024. A New York jury found former President Trump liable in the civil lawsuit brought on by Carroll, accusing him of battery and defamation.
New York Representative George Santos could be in court today as the FBI announces an investigation into him. The allegations circle around reports of campaign finance violations and a credit card scheme. Those federal charges are still sealed this morning.
Good news, if you're a frequent online shopper, prices are getting cheaper. You listening to this?
Yes, I am.
New data from Adobe Analytics found prices for e-commerce items fell nearly 2% last month compared to the year before. That's now 8 straight months of falling prices online. The biggest drop, according to Adobe, was in home appliances. Computers, electronics, sporting goods, toys, and home and garden supplies also experienced significant deflation.
Tina Fey, Seth Meyers, and Fred Armisen all joining writers on the picket line amid the writer's strike. The 3 former Saturday Night Live cast members are all writers as well as talent in front of the camera. More support from the music industry, too. Imagine Dragons performed for the picketers last night. Experts say this strike could last months.
All right, good morning. 5 minutes away from a 7 o'clock meteorologist Kelly Slifka, as we are starting to see our temperatures reverse direction now, starting to climb after getting in the 40s. We're up to 51 in Madison, 52 in Janesville, 53 right now in the Adells with the sunshine, southerly winds warming up into the lower 70s here at the noon hour already. So need the light jacket now. You'll be shedding that fairly quickly and probably need these shorts and short sleeves going into the afternoon as we head into the mid to upper 70s. It's going to be a beautiful day. Southerly winds up to around 10 miles per hour. So as you plan your day, looking at plenty of sunshine, we do have some of those high, thin, wispy clouds. That should be about it. Winds out of the south warming us up to about 77 today. The evening looks great as well. If you have any evening plans, no threat for rain, and we don't have any threat for rain tomorrow either. The first warm forecast includes maybe 80 degrees tomorrow. Chance of rain develops late Thursday night, mainly into Friday morning. Some scattered showers, maybe an isolated shower Friday and Saturday afternoon. It looks like Sunday, that's going to be the wet, gloomy day, unfortunately for Mother's Day, so keep it inside for that.
Kelly, thank you very much.
All right, we'll have an update on the condo collapse coming up in 30 minutes.